Cognitive inflexibility refers to the inability to adapt one's thoughts and actions when confronted with new or changing information. People with cognitive inflexibility often have rigid thought patterns, struggle to think creatively, and resist altering their behaviors, even in the face of clear evidence that change is necessary. This trait is closely linked to rule-governed behavior, which is the adherence to specific rules or guidelines in a way that prevents flexible thinking or adaptive responses to new situations. While rule-governed behavior can promote consistency and order, when combined with cognitive inflexibility, it can hinder growth, problem-solving, and adaptability in complex environments. Rule-governed behavior refers to actions that are guided by explicit or implicit rules, whether social, personal, or institutional. These rules can include anything from following legal regulations to adhering to personal routines or ethical codes. In many contexts, rule-governed behavior is necessary for maintaining social order and ensuring predictability. For example, traffic laws or workplace policies are rules that people are expected to follow. However, when these behaviors become too rigid or inflexible, they can limit an individual's ability to adapt to changing circumstances. People may follow rules without questioning their applicability to a given situation, resulting in inefficient or even counterproductive behavior. When cognitive inflexibility and rule-governed behavior intersect, individuals may become overly dependent on established guidelines and resistant to changing their behavior, even when it's clear that rules are no longer effective or appropriate. This over-reliance on rules can manifest in various settings, such as the workplace, education, or personal life. For instance, an employee may rigidly follow outdated company procedures even when newer, more efficient methods are available, simply because that's the way it's always been done. In education, a student might struggle to adapt to different learning approaches because they rigidly follow a single method of studying or problem-solving. The inability to deviate from these predetermined rules can lead to missed opportunities for innovation, problem-solving, and personal growth. Cognitive inflexibility prevents individuals from seeing alternative solutions or adjusting their behavior based on context. While rules are often designed to guide behavior in a general sense, flexible thinking is required to navigate situations where exceptions or adjustments are needed. Cognitive flexibility, on the other hand, is the ability to adapt one's thinking and behavior based on new information, feedback, or changes in the environment. It allows individuals to apply rules contextually rather than rigidly. For example, a manager with cognitive flexibility may recognize when it's necessary to adjust standard operating procedures to accommodate unique circumstances or to solve unforeseen problems. Instead of viewing rules as absolute, cognitively flexible individuals can interpret guidelines dynamically, understanding that exceptions or modifications may be necessary for optimal outcomes. By balancing rule-governed behavior with cognitive flexibility, individuals can maintain the benefits of rules, such as structure, consistency, and predictability, while also fostering adaptability. This balance allows them to evaluate when it's appropriate to follow a rule and when it's better to adjust or rethink it based on the situation. For example, cognitive flexibility helps an individual understand when to follow traffic rules strictly for safety and when to adapt their behavior in an emergency, such as yielding the right of way for an ambulance. Cognitive inflexibility can impair decision-making when it leads to an inability to interpret rules in a flexible manner. In organizations, leaders or employees who rigidly adhere to policies, even in situations where those policies no longer apply, can create bottlenecks and inefficiencies. Similarly, in personal life, cognitive inflexibility can result in poor decision-making when someone clings to old habits or refuses to adjust their behavior in response to new circumstances. This inability to adapt can hinder problem-solving, creative thinking, and learning from past mistakes. Cognitive inflexibility and rule-governed behavior, when intertwined, can limit an individual's ability to respond effectively to changing environments or new challenges. While rules are essential for maintaining structure and consistency, too much rigidity can prevent individuals from adapting their behavior to achieve optimal outcomes. Developing cognitive flexibility, on the other hand, promotes a more dynamic approach to rules and guidelines, allowing individuals to think creatively, solve problems, and make decisions that are contextually appropriate.